I've been feeling pretty depressed lately, kind of trapped or something. Maybe it's because I just came to the end of a year-long project, or maybe it's because I've sent out countless applications to different companies and haven't been hired. Or maybe it's because of the pandemic that has kept us all so isolated. Most likely it's all the above. I've been having doubts about my artistic and professional talents. I've gotten weighed down by my own expectations and everyone else's. And for the first time in my life, I sincerely wanted to die. Realizing something has to give, I decided to do the adult thing and run away from everything. I tossed a mattress down into the back of my car along with some other camping supplies and headed out to southern Utah. Here's my bed. All my supplies are on that side. Got those all piled up. Got a nice mattress to lay on, as well as a sleeping bag. Pretty freaking nice, right? I arrived in Canyonlands National Park a day after I left, just in time to hike the grand overlook at sunset. I passed only 2 people on my walk. This view has always been my favorite. The landscape here is truly wild, uncivilized, untamable. Canyons that sprawl endlessly into the horizon with soaring mesas of multicolored stone and lonely buttes that jut into the sky. This place is the true embodiment of the Wild West, the American ideal. You half expect John Wayne to appear on the horizon atop his trusty horse. Once I reached the edge of the mesa, I sat alone, and there was a profound absence of sound. The wind had died down, and I was left in total quiet, and slowly I began to feel the weight of total isolation. It was just me and the rocks and the last few rays of sunlight. And as I sat there, I thought about how these canyons have been here for over 200 million years. That's the kind of figure the mind can't comprehend. It is literally incomprehensible. My mind doesn't balk at a number that high because my mind can't even begin to understand the concept. It's an era of time so incredibly long, a sea of moments so terribly vast, it refuses to be understood. These rock formations have existed since before our species did, and they will continue existing long afterwards. And I think if there's anything I took away from this trip, it would be something along those lines. You see, I get so caught up in my own head and my own life. I am at the center of my own universe, and from that perspective, it seems like all external phenomena in the world happens to or for me. Obviously, I know this is untrue. The world exists entirely separate from me, but it's so easy to forget that when you're stuck with one perspective. Being out here alone with this storied landscape, with the wind as my sole companion, I was struck by the brute physical reality of nature. These rocks simply are. They exist with no relation to me. They always have, and they always will. They have no interest in my career ambitions or my artistic desires. They do not register my presence or even respond to me. They simply exist. And it is enough for me to just exist. I'm not going to make the same mistake I made the first day, where I forgot to stir because I was too distracted taking pictures. Burned a whole pot of mac and cheese. What a waste. All of the things I want for myself, all of the films I want to make, and all of the money I want to accumulate are ancillary to the act of existence itself. The world doesn't exist for me. Nothing does. I'm just a mote of dust in the eye of the cosmos, an indiscriminate speck totally bound by time, tangled in a web of self-importance that I spin for myself. And while I am all that, I still have the ability to sit and marvel at all the pretty things that the world has in it. Not just the sandstone canyons carved by rain over millions of years, but at the feelings they evoke as I walk through them. Joy, wonder, love. So, here's a note to my future self. If you ever feel down, or if you ever feel powerless, if you ever feel profoundly lost, or stuck in a spiral that you just can't get out of, remember this. Sometimes existing is just enough. Sometimes there are just simply no answers to be found. And when you find yourself looking for meaning but realizing you're incapable of finding it, think about how it feels to see something truly beautiful. How your mind expands to meet it, how you try and fail to explain the feeling. The words, they get close, so damn close, but always stop just short of getting there. But it is enough. You are enough.